a bonus. And then if your 3 people do the same thing, you get a $250 bonus check every month. And if those 3 people do the same thing, you get a $1,500 bonus check every month. And so I thought that was really, really important. Like, I need to get that $50 bonus, or I need to get that $250 bonus check every month because, you know, that's awesome. But don't structure your team specifically for power of 3, because you will eventually get it. But it's not absolutely necessary right now, because you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. If you're, you know, especially if we're planning on going to Blue Diamond, Presidential Diamond, whatever, you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success now. So basically a couple things to keep in mind here is that regardless of who you place or have on your team or who you're enrolling, you want to make sure that every single person, if they're a wellness advocate, is structured for Premier. So each of them, you want them to have 2 legs, 2 people on their team, and that's it. You don't want any more than that. Each person should only have 2 people underneath them. And of course, you're going to be asking them within the first 2 weeks before you can move them off of your front line or move them to somewhere else in your organization. You want to be asking them those 3 questions. You know, are you a user of the product? Are you a sharer? Are you a builder? The 3 Pathways video, Teresa Harding, is really, really good to watch in regards to that. But making sure that you structure everybody for Premier, because if you look at the Blue Diamond rank planner, that's basically what you're doing, is that when you're Blue Diamond, your people underneath you who are going to be golds, they are structuring to Premier. Okay? So, and then just keep multiplying that. So once you get to levels 4 and 5, you're building down, right? You're not building across. So you're building down. Your level 3 should only have, throughout your entire organization, should have 30 people on it by the time you're at Blue Diamond. 30 people.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Because you want to build down. So when you get to that 3rd level, you want to make sure that you are placing customers on your 4th and 5th level. Those are people that you're going to keep enrollment of, but you're not going to have to give up enrollment for your team, your builders, to qualify. Does that make sense? Because if I were to place them directly under Jill, for example, eventually, if I might have to give up enrollment so that you could rank. So whenever you get to that point and you've got your builders and everything, you want to make sure that you're placing them on your 4th and 5th level.
So then what does that do for, like, obviously you're going to have builders on your 4th and 5th level too, because you're going to want to keep building down, and then your builders are going to want to keep adding builders and stuff. So if you're putting all these customers on your 4th and 5th line, so then those builders who are just on your 4th and 5th line from being enrolled by other people, do they just keep moving those customers further down then? Or do they now have a bunch of customers on their front line or something?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to break down in this video, so I encourage you to watch it. I've actually watched it twice because I'm really, really trying to understand everything. But if you do place a builder, even on the 4th and 5th leg, they can qualify you for rank.
Right, like Leah's on my 4th line, I think. 1, 2, how many down are you? 4.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is, like, if I have a 4th or 5th builder down and I'm moving customers down there, like, for example, let's say I have a builder on my 3rd row, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me to move customers to 4th and 5th level. So if I move customers to 4th level, so I have to move them under someone. They just can't float on my 4th level. So am I going to be putting customers then on the front lines of other builders on my team? And are they going to have to keep pushing them further down?
4th?
building them down, not across. Erica, what do you say to that?
What's the question?
Okay, so say you have a builder on your third line down. Okay.
Third. Okay, so not your front line.
And not your second line.
Your third. Okay.
Third line down.
Yep.
And you need to place customers on your fourth and fifth. Okay. Well, you can't just put customers just floating on the front line. They have to go under someone.
Right.
So they have to go under a builder.
Right.
Which means I'm going to be putting customers on the front line of other builders.
But they could also, they might not be a builder. They might just be a wellness advocate.
Leah, the way Leah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're leaving out something that you said yesterday to me that I think might help her. Okay. Leah, when she was describing it to me yesterday, she said, if you're like enrolling 2 people at a time and it's a mom-daughter thing or something, you don't put them both on, the third line or whatever. Even say their names are Mary and Joe, whatever. You want to put one of them on the other person's team, even if they're not building, because she was saying, you want to give each person about 2 people on their team, because maybe someone is going to decide to build someday, eventually in a year or 2, and already see that she's got 2 people on her team and feels encouraged and then might start building that way. So you're just actually already setting them up to be structured for Premier.
Yeah.
Right, Leah? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah. So these people these customers that you're placing under a wellness advocate, they might be a builder. They might not be a builder. They might just be a sharer. They might choose not to really do anything with it, but you're still going to place them under them. You're going to keep enrollment. So if that person underneath them, or maybe even the person that you enrolled comes back 2 years later and says, hey, I think I actually might want to do this, then they're going to qualify you. Wherever
but I thought you couldn't place people under customers.
No, they would need to be a wellness advocate account.
So, but that's where my question is then. So if I've got these customers that I'm putting on my 4th level, so they're below a 3rd level builder,
right,
on their first now, and you're saying, well, what happens if one day they want to build and stuff? But that's fine if they want to build one day, but they're enrolled as a wholesale customer.
That's
so
true.
Then that builder can't put anyone under them.
I think maybe the main point here is that we tend to think of all these ranks being built by elites, which they are, but they all need to be structured for Premier. So rather than, for example, say we all got 5 builders and wanted to throw them all on Justin's team to help him get to elite, that's not going to help him as much as if he had 2 legs that we could just throw them all under to help have him at least get that Premier structure in place. So we need to be thinking Premier rather than thinking elite.
Jill, I encourage you to just
structure.
Yeah, I already pulled it up on YouTube. I'm going to watch it after you and I do our call tonight.
Okay. Yeah, just because, I'm still learning all of this. I'm certainly not an expert at this. This is just something that I know that I need to learn. And moving forward, I just don't want people to make the same mistakes that I did and create more work for you guys down the road. So just be thinking build for Premier. Build your people to Premier. And that's it. I think that's all the notes that I have on that.
Did Nancy add anything to that?
Not not really. I talked to her for about an hour. And if there are, I would go through your teams. Justin, I know this doesn't really pertain to you right now, but I would go through your teams and write down the people that you have enrollment of and that are inactive and have not moved or have not ordered for 6 months or more. You can actually have them, placements, and you can start moving those people really easy, especially if you have a builder or a placeholder or whatever it is that you can put customers under, so that you can start building down instead of across. Okay. And you're going to find that you're going to rank way quicker when you do it that way. Regardless of, I guess how much you're enrolling, you're going to rank a lot quicker, whenever you're structuring correctly. So if you do find people on your team that have not placed an order in 6 months or more, be in touch with me and I can actually send you the email that you will have that person send the placements, and they can get a new sponsor. Yeah, so that's it. I just emailed placements today, getting rid of I'm terminating all of my retail customers. I don't want anybody ever again to order retail. If they're going to place an order, I will absolutely tell them, I don't want a retail order. I will order for you, if that's what it comes down to. But I do not want anybody random or somebody that I know to go in on my website and order retail. It's not worth it for them, and then it just creates more of a mess in your back office. You should see my paper of retail customers.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Don't make the same mistakes I made.
How did you do that? How did you get so many of them? I forget.
Because I did not know what to tell them when they said, oh, I don't really want to order an account, and I don't really, so I'm just going to go on your website and place an order.
Buy a breathe, right?
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Order it and send it to them.
Yeah. It's good.
Anyways, I'm going to keep educating myself on that. So I will have, I'll be in touch with you guys more throughout the coming months. And hopefully we can get that all cleared up.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Leah.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. We've got 8 minutes, but I think we're good. Do you guys have anything else you want to add or say or anything?
Tanya jumped on late. Tanya, do you have anything you want to add? You can type it in the chat. I know you're
Tanya's in there. She's the iPad right there.
Yes.
Huh.
I'm good. Thank you.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Can I show you one of the ideas I just did that is already starting to work out really well? And if anyone wants to do it, I have a 20% off coupon. I started reading more about personal invitations, that they work better than just Facebook invitations and stuff. So I went onto Vistaprint and I created a blank canvas kind of personal invitations. And there's this one, and then there's another different format as well that I just don't have open yet. But basically I can use this for kind of anyone, and it's for Natural Solutions class. So I can put the venue, so whoever's address it is, and then the date and the time of it, and then who it's hosted by. So whether it's hosted by me and RJ or hosted by whoever it could be. And then on the bottom, it just says like refreshments will be provided. And then if I know that we're going to be playing a game or something like that, I'll write extra information on the back so that they have that and know it. But it's just a personal information or a personal invitation. And then I get these all the time because I place a crap ton of orders through Vistaprint. So this, I got 100 total invitations that I made. And I think it cost me like $15.
How do they do that so cheap? That's awesome.
These things.
Vistaprint's crazy. That's great.
Cool. All right. Any other questions? Justin, I know that was probably a lot.
All right. Okay, well, I remembered to record right when Leah started talking about placements. So if anyone wants to hear about placements and what we've learned thus far from this new stuff that Leah's been learning, we've got the recording that I'll put on Facebook.
All righty.